That story in a moment, but first, new information on an infant death investigation. Good evening, I'm Randy Moore.
And I'm Jackie Monroe. A Warwick County couple is facing charges of murder and neglect of a dependent resulting in death. Mitch Carter joins us live in front of the Warwick County Jail with what happened today. Mitch?
Yeah, guys, I am here at the Warwick County Jail. We're inside. Kaylin Monroe and Jacob Scott are being held without bond. Now, I asked each of them for an interview earlier today, and they both declined. Now, of course, the couple did have court hearings today, and they each pled not guilty. According to the police affidavit, their child was just shy of 3 months old, and during the autopsy, authorities say it was discovered that he had no food in his stomach. Police say Scott and Monroe each admitted during an interview with a detective to missing feedings for their son. Detectives added that Monroe stated she didn't go get help because she was afraid all of her other children would be taken away. Now, Monroe has a status.
Mic on.
Guys, welcome to another edition of White Glacier Valley Chronicles, where we talk about crime that is going on in America, whether it's Blackistan, whether it's at your local trailer park, whether it's at your local burrito environment, Asian persuasion, you name it, we talk about it on this channel. 3-month-old baby. You know, when you are a parent, and you especially a mother, and you have a child, you supposed to be focused on one thing and one thing only, to make sure that that child at all times is taken care of, has the proper food in its belly, to be safe, to go to the doctor's appointment. You're so on top of it as a mother that you neglect your own self to make sure your child is safe. But unfortunately, we live in a world today where that's not the case. People are getting to be more and more involved in worrying about their own selfish needs than the needs of a child, and it's getting more and more disturbing. We're seeing more and more cases of mothers at the forced center not taking care of the children, and we're seeing fathers too. Now, apparently, these two were together as a couple, more children in the home. I don't know if all those children is his. I don't know how many children that she had in the home, but this is disgusting. It should never get to that point, ever. This is a child. This is someone that you birthed. You had the pains of pushing that child out. If you needed assistance, there are so many things you can do to get assistance. We got the SNAP program. We have local churches. If you tell a local church that you got a baby and you need food for that baby, they will stop doing what they're doing and will raise money. There are pastors out there that will take you to the grocery store and help you get food for your children. They will even I have known a lot of pastors, women and men, who will put you in a position to where you can actually go and get a job that pays more, or help your husband who's maybe sick or doesn't have any work get some type of work to where you can take care of your family. So to me, this is once again ridiculous excuses. I feel like these people did not care. They were on their own program, and because of that, this is why your child was not getting properly taken care of, because you yourself was consumed by whatever you had going on. Now, I've looked and researched this young lady. She's got pictures all on Facebook, Smiley Dally and stuff like that. So if you are able to be on Facebook and post pictures and brag about this, that, and the third, I would assume that you would have enough common sense to look out for your child. But once again, this is what we go through every day in these parts of the US of A. Let's continue. I'm gonna have to refresh it, guys. Hold on. Yeah, like it didn't want to play that last part. I don't know what that was about.
That story in a moment, but first, new information on an infant death investigation. Good evening, I'm Randy Moore.
And I'm Jackie Monroe. A Warwick County couple is facing charges of murder and neglect of a dependent resulting in death. Mitch Carter joins us live in front of the Warwick County Jail with what happened today. Mitch?
Yeah, guys, I am here at the Warwick County Jail. We're inside. Kaylin Monroe and Jacob Scott are being held without bond. Now, I asked each of them for an interview earlier today, and they both declined. Now, of course, the couple did have court hearings today, and they each pled not guilty. According to the police affidavit, their child was just shy of 3 months old, and during the autopsy, authorities say it was discovered that he had no food in his stomach. Police say Scott and Monroe each admitted during an interview with a detective to missing feedings for their son. Detectives added that Monroe stated she didn't go get help because she was afraid all of her other children would be taken away. Now, Monroe has a status hearing in May to determine when her trial will be, and the trial for Scott is set for October. Now, I spoke with some neighbors earlier today to try to get a feel for what the family was like, and they each said they didn't know them very well, and they hadn't lived in their house for very long. Live in Warwick County, Mitch Carter, 14 News.
All right, Mitch, thanks.
Wow. That just goes to show you, man, where we at in America right now. Where we currently at in America. Like, this is disturbing. 3-month-old baby. And it's about to be close to Mother's Day. And it makes you wonder how many more mothers out here not taking care of these babies properly. Look, guys, I've always said this. If you can't take care of your child, please, for the love of God, let someone else take care of your child. They got so many options out there. There's so many people out there that want children, love children, dream about it all the time. You ain't got to go out here and wait till the child die and try to solve the problem. But unfortunately, this is where we at in America, right? We're so self-absorbed, we just can't admit when we can't do it right. Here's another situation of what I call a very twisted people being twisted again when it comes to children. This is coming out of Pomona, California. Again, hit like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell up top. This is the only place where you're going to get one of the few places besides myself, Black Gen Z, and AK Nation where you will get news about people doing some of the most unspeakable crimes, and you don't hear none of the mainstream media even talk about it. Let's jump into this.
Breaking at 11, a 1-year-old boy is dead, and tonight his parents are under arrest, accused of murdering the child. 27-year-old Ricardo Mendez and 24-year-old Antonita Miller are facing accusations of abuse leading to the boy's death. Police say they were called to the Pomona Valley Hospital, where the boy arrived unresponsive and with injuries consistent with abuse. Mendez and Miller were booked at the West Valley Detention Center in Rancho Cucamonga on a murder charge.
I don't know why these parents think that when they take these children to the hospital that these medical professionals are not going to find out what they have done. They get paid to do this. They get paid to solve these situations. So when you come there with a child that is supposed to be hurt, you say, oh, it fell off the bed, or it bumped its head, or it got a twisted ankle. They can do all that research and find out all of those injuries. So at the end of the day, you need to just be honest and say that you are a messed up parent. You can't take care of your child. You abused that child. You did that child wrong. I'm going to go and elaborate a little bit more on this story and wrap this edition of it up. A Barstow father and mother was arrested on suspicion of murdering their 1-year-old son, who was found with injuries stemming from abuse, police said Tuesday. An investigation into the suspects, identified as 27-year-old Ricardo Mendez and 24-year-old Anita Miller, began when Barstow police was contacted by the Pomona Police Department Monday around 11 p.m. Pomona police responded to the Pomona Valley Hospital to investigate the death of a 1-year-old boy who arrived at the facility unresponsive with injuries consistent with ongoing abuse. The Barstow Police Department said in a new release, the officers observed visible signs of trauma to the victim's body, such as lesions, bruising, and burn marks. Lord have mercy. The news release says some of the injuries appear to be in different stages of healing process. The child was pronounced dead by medical personnel when he was taken to the hospital. As the investigation continued, Pomona police detectives determined the injuries likely happened in the child's Barstow home, where he lived with his parents. The child died from his injuries in Barstow before his parents drove to Pomona to meet family, police said. When Pomona police contacted the department in Barstow, detectives and investigators responded to the child's home in the 700 block of East Virginia Way in Barstow into Pomona Valley Hospital. Barstow detectives later found that Mendez and Miller arrived unannounced at Mendez family's home Monday evening in Pomona. Police said family members found the child's lifeless body in the back of the suspect's vehicle and immediately drove the child to the hospital. Miller initially stayed at the family home, but later when went to the hospital where she was detained, Mendez left, and he was later detained in the 2000 block of Spencer Street by Pomona police, according to the news release. A search warrant by detectives in Barstow at the suspect's home and their vehicle uncovered items of evidence believed to have been used during the assault on the victim. Mendez and Miller was booked at the West Valley Detention Center in Rancho on Cucamonga for murder. Mendez was also arrested for parole violation. You can't make this up, man. You really can't. You can't make this up. So I don't know why especially these son women always fall for these parole criminals. This dude got a pass. I guarantee you, whatever he got violated his parole for, it probably was something violent to that extent. But they will still cling and have a child with them, and then allow this abuse. Now she gonna probably play like she didn't know or she didn't recognize, but it doesn't matter. Again, you are a mother. You birthed the child. You're supposed to protect it at all costs. You are supposed to be more protective than the father is. You can't make this up, guys. It's getting worse by the day. I'm telling you, society has lost its way. when it comes to parenting. This new generation thinks of children as a paycheck slash let me take some pictures on Facebook and look like I'm a good mom or a good dad. All right, time when the camera and the recordings are off, let me treat this child like it's some old toy and I could kick it around and do whatever I want to with it. And when the child does succumb to the injuries, then you play victim. Oh, I didn't know. I'm so I'm so shocked. No, you're not shocked. You only shocked because you got caught. I'm telling you, man, we need to start doing like these foreign countries do when you abuse children. These foreign countries don't play that, bro. You go bye-bye. It's no discussion. It's no let's try to have a ceremony of trial. No. I'm telling you, man, you can't make this up. You cannot, you cannot, you cannot, you cannot. Finally, we got another one coming out of Baker County, Florida. Florida, I'm sorry. I think you need to hear this one. Did another mother. You can't make this up, man. Gotta protect our children, guys. Gotta protect our children. If we don't, nobody else is. Mm, 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 mm. Now, this is near where I'm at. Near Baker County is Florida, is near Jacksonville. Florida, Duval. Sorry, Duval. We're going to talk about Haley Kent because, according to sources, Haley Kent just got tired of being a mama. Let's go do this. Let's go add this one. Oh, Haley Kent. Again, another story out of Glacier Valley Chronicles. We ain't playing today, man. We diving deep in this one. Very deep.
With quality that's guaranteed for life, Bathfitter doesn't just fit your bath, it fits your high standards. Why have over 2 million people welcomed Bathfitter into their homes? It just fits. Call now or visit bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
This local mother is accused of neglecting her baby so badly he nearly died of starvation. He's 8 months old, but weighs the same as a 2-month-old.
This is what I can't understand. Why all the women that crazy like this got purple and blue hair? Y'all notice that? These women that got this purple hair, blue hair, pink hair, green hair, these are the ones that are so crazy towards kids. I mean, you can't make this up, man. This is woof. I'm just saying, bro.
21-year-old Haley Kent is in a Baker County jail now as her son recovers at Wolfson Children's Hospital.
Yeah, investigators said that she told them she found it annoying to have to feed her child at times, so she just wouldn't do it.
Hold on, rewind, take two. This chick said she found it annoying to feed her child. These are the type of mothers we're dealing with, guys. I find it annoying to feed my child. Well, sweetheart, guess what? It wasn't annoying when you had your legs open and you created that child, wasn't it? It wasn't annoying when you went out here and you probably feeding off the government left and right, getting free this, free that. That wasn't annoying, right? Can't. Wow, that girl said annoying. Let's get back to that clip one more time.
Some Children's Hospital.
Yeah, investigators said that she told them she found it annoying to have to feed her child at times, so she just wouldn't do it. News for Jack's reporter Janice Harris is live at the hospital. Janice, I understand you learned how deputies found out about this child neglect.
A very sickening situation. According to the Baker County Sheriff's Office, the grandmother of that child saw the baby and believed that the child was severely underweight. And that's what led to the baby being taken to the hospital.
How much you want to bet she hate her mama right now? She probably cussing her mama behind them bars. You stupid ish. You should have stayed out of my business. I had this all under control. That baby was just fine. Shout out to the grandmother for having the testicular fortitude to say this is not normal. Let's get this baby seen about. And once again, where is the father? Yeah, it's starting to show up even in Glacier Valley culture too. Fathers are not being in the picture either now. So it's starting to become more and more of a trend. Fathers leaving, fathers don't want to deal with the baby mama because she's a terrorist, or they don't like the fact that she always starting stuff, and then when their child get in danger, then they want people to look at them like, well, what was I to do? Easy. Stand up, be a man. You made this issue. You lay down with that crazy woman. So deal with it. We got to start standing 10 toes down. We chose these crazy women. Okay? And I don't want to hear this whole, well, bro, I didn't know she was going to be this crazy. It doesn't matter. You chose to lay down. You got to take that L, embrace it, because now the child's involved. And if you don't, you're going to have a whole lifetime of regret. Oh, I know Soul for Sale. I know they do. They love paying for you not having a father. That's the best. That's what they love to say. They want you to be independent, like Destiny Child. But unfortunately, all the women that singing that independent on Destiny Child, they either married or they don't have no children. I'm just saying.
A month-long investigation has led to 21-year-old Haley Kent in jail, accused of neglecting her own child since the day he was born. Outrage has poured out after the Baker County Sheriff's Office posted this on social media about the neglect. Among the outraged, Tammy Mann, who says she's known Haley Kent for 5 years. We talked by phone.
And you see her
I'm back, guys. So think about that. The friend is out here getting on this girl's behind. But then again, I wonder if the friend saw this, why didn't she report it? Because if you've been friends with her for 6 years, you didn't see the signs. I mean, it just had to be some kind of signs. I'm just saying. But I'm gonna hear what this lady got to say right quick.
face pop up. What were your first thoughts?
I knew it was going to happen. Sooner or later, everybody knew that this was going to happen.
Mann said Kent.
Mic on.
You hear this? I hate when people say this. Sooner or later, we knew this was gonna happen. Why didn't y'all report it? I mean, why didn't y'all report it? That's my thing. I hear a lot of families say, well, we don't report it because the Department of Social Services or Department of Children's Services, they're not going to do anything. Well, sometimes if you make enough noise, they may do something. But a lot of times these families don't do it because that's their cousin, that's their homie, that's their friend. They don't want to be responsible for breaking up a children out of a home. And then when this stuff actually get exposed, all of a sudden they want to put their 2 cents in like they were a hero. Now, you wasn't a hero. You were part of the problem too. Yeah, that's true too, so for sale. That's true. They don't do anything. But maybe sometimes you have to record it, man. I don't know, whatever you got to do. But this time they did something because now they had to take it to the hospital. And it's sad, though, that we also live in a situation where you have to take the child to the hospital for the hospital to make the authorities listen. And usually that's the only time they do make a move. So this is sad all the way around. We definitely got to do better in protecting our children, because this right here just ain't it.
Had been making some bad choices in life, but never thought she'd be accused of neglecting her own child.
Just doing this to a baby, it's unacceptable. Not feeding him is unacceptable, even if she thinks it's annoying.
According to deputies, on April 6th, Wolfson Children's Hospital reported the baby boy had life-threatening injuries. The child had been brought to the hospital by Kent's mom. Records show Haley Kent's family lives in this Jacksonville neighborhood, so I went to their home address and asked them to comment, but they declined. We reached out by phone, but still no answer. Doctors told deputies the child was 8 months old, but appeared to be the size of a 2-month-old baby, and he had a skull fracture. Kent didn't visit the hospital or cooperate during the investigation.
Mic on.
This is what really gets them in trouble. These fool women do all this damage and won't cooperate. Yeah, I'm to that point. She's definitely on drugs. Cause when they say stuff like bad decision, she's not been that wise, I would not be surprised that she is on some type of drug or got some type of habit to where she does not, that really takes her attention off of taking care of a child. Really is. I mean, this is disturbing, man. And whoever the father is, man, if you are around or you was pushed around before, I hope that you do come around so you get custody of this child. Because this child ain't got no support. I mean, this girl ain't got no business. I wouldn't let none of her family get any access to that kid. Sorry, because I would be so scared they'll let her get access to that kid. I'm out.
During a follow-up interview with the detectives, Kent was arrested on April 19th. The 8-month baby boy is now in foster care. As he recovers, man has a message for Haley Kent.
I want to know that her son's out here suffering because of her, that he shouldn't have ever went through this. Suffering because of her, that he shouldn't have ever went through this.
Mic on.
All right. I think it's freezing up again, guys. I don't know why my computer keep freezing. Give me one moment. Let me try to get this to not to freeze. Hold on. Oh man, hold on. I'm gonna have to get back to that part. Y'all work with me. Computer want to be retarded today. I don't know why.
This local mother is accused of neglecting her baby so badly he nearly.
April 19th. The 8-month baby boy is now in foster care. As he recovers, man has a message for Haley Kent.
I want to know that her son's out here suffering because of her, that he shouldn't have ever went through this.
And she also told me she remembers when she heard from Haley Kent about being pregnant and how excited she was at that time. So it's hard for her to believe and try to understand why she would have ever neglected her child in the first place. Reporting live from Wolfson Children's Hospital, Janice Harris, Channel 4, the local station.
So, guys, you heard that, you saw that. It's sad, but this is the world we live in. These mothers today do not give not one iota about these children, especially if they own any kind of drugs, or they addicted to a man that's in the picture, or they both addicted to drugs and the man. And it's sad but true. So y'all seen 3 stories today of mothers that just said, the hell with it. It is what it is. If y'all love this channel, please like, share, subscribe. I love y'all. Take care of yourself and each other. Y'all know what it is. I'm out.